Speaking of leadership, sir, your party's presidential candidate, Alhaji Atiku Abubakar.
No, there are no presidential candidate there. Former. Okay,
your party's former presidential candidate, I beg your pardon. Yeah, the 2023 presidential candidate, Alhaji Atiku Abubakar, you know, he's been in the news lately criticizing the policies of this current administration, President Bola Tinubu's administration. And he is even suggesting that, you know, his own economic blueprint, if implemented, would have made Nigeria now a better place. But no, I've not gotten to my question.
He presented it to Nigerians.
No, but what he is now saying is that he's presenting himself as a better alternative, of course, ahead of 2027 presidential election.
Let me ask you one question. Did he not present this to Nigerians? Did Nigeria choose him? No.
But there will be another chance.
It doesn't matter. You are lobbying for that, the chance won't be there. Which is your party? At what age?
So PDP will reject his candidacy.
How can we use one man for how many years? I can't even be talking like this. Now let me also tell you how you know how people look at in America. It's not correct. I'm sure of you were opposed to Trump. I'm sure. Oh, he's this. He's a racist. He's this. He's that. I agree. What did the Americans do? What did they do?
Chose their own.
We are here crying, bothering ourselves. Americans are thinking of something else, different, for their own country, for the good of their own country. Made a decision. You have presented your blueprint in 2023. Nigerians had you clear. Say, well, we thank you for this blueprint. It will not work. We will not support you. What do you expect him to say? Not to speak or not to criticize the government. Criticism does not mean that opposition is serious. If you people criticize for criticizing's sake, not that you are working for it. Trump was not in government. He wants to come back to government. They went down to work with the Republicans. Listen, we want to take over government. What do? We have to be serious. There are some barriers that we have to unite and make sure we take over government. And look at the result today. Unity. But cannot just be ordinarily, you want to sideline this person, oh, this person's doing is too much, we'll deal with this. It will not work. Rather, it will cause more crisis.
We need to ask you about your own blueprint for your. What are you proposing for your party? You can't just sit in a corner. You can see that the party is not functioning optimally at the moment. As a leader in the party, what are you proposing?
My proposal is unity of the party.
Unity. Are you working towards it?
I have told you here what you should do. And I've told you to do the right thing. I have told you here, we all agree to unite the party. Let these people complete the tenure and go for convention October, November next year to elect the new people that will elect the affairs of the party going towards 2026, 2027.
If you start with Rivers.
I'm coming. Now, if you're a peaceful person, all you will say, yes, so this makes sense too. What are we fighting? Before now, to October next year, that will scatter our party. Why can't all of us rally around? Okay, let's work together and do the convention. By October, November, produce the school that will champion our party for the next election. Rather, you're anticipating your energy on who will within this 1 year stay and begin to. I've never seen people like that. How does it work? Well, that's why I say, if you remove selfish interest and say, look, for the interest of this party, these people are already there. Convention is October, November. This tenure will end December next year. So why can't we? It's okay. Because we're opposition party. We want to build ourselves. Rather, you are saying, no, I won't agree. Let's divide the place. Let's divide the place. Because he's talking to wIKE.
Honorable Minister, unity. Don't you think if you show leadership by uniting the PDP in Rivers State. That will send signals to other members.
PDP is united in Rivers. That's why
even when you are stretched with a PDP governor that is in the state?
It's not every governor. Some people have been governor and lost election. For Christ's sake. For Christ's sake. PDP have had their world congresses to look out to state congress hitch-free. Do you want me to tell you all the moves that the governor has made? Look. I don't.
For the purposes of.
I just don't want to. Look, you know, the good thing, since 1999, I've been here. From chairman of council, 1999, down to be chief of staff, down to be minister of state, down to be governor, and then came back to minister of FCT. My brother, what experience do you want in party politics that I do not? Look, I know these politicians. I know what they're capable of doing. And when you don't give them the opportunity, I know what they do. Let me tell you one thing, which may not be too comfortable, and that has to do with the role of politicians. I'll tell you something today that you'll be shocked. When Jagede was his governorship then.
In Ondo State?
Yes, anytime Jagede. The matter was at Federal High Court. We had a faction. Buriji Kashamu of late memory. And our team. Did you not say? Now, Buriji and Boni Sheriff were working together. And we were working with Makarafidem. Now, the matter was for the High Court. I want to just give you an example. And I can tell you, I had a respect for the judge handling the matter. I don't want to mention them, but you know why I had the respect. There was nothing as politicians did not do to make sure that matter did not go on. Nothing.
That you did not do?
Not me. I didn't say me.
All of
so
you.
don't quote me. I didn't say me. You will always hear me. It's not me. When I'm saying politicians, we know what happened. In every day, the judge will sit. He said, all the 20 applications you bring, I will hear it. This matter must go on. My brother, what am I talking about? There are people who know the antics of politicians. Do you understand me? Who will not fall to those tricks. Now, you know politicians, all of us. And that's why judiciary should be careful and show leadership. When you see a politician going on national television and calling your judgment or judge a thief or judgment is fraudulent, you must stand up and say, no, I won't take this. I will not. This is an affront to judiciary. If you don't prove this, I will send you to jail. When you give politicians the opportunity to begin to embarrass the judiciary, like we asked the first question here.
In Rivers.
No, they asked the first question when we started.
Yeah. Okay.
You talk about building justice quarters.
Yeah.
That becomes that you are buying judges or justices. It's an insult. It's an embarrassment. Leadership. I won't take it. You were here, people were saying, President, change your cabinet. Corruption. Mr. President, I agree with you. Can I have evidence? Can I have evidence? You see, today, people have been crucified through social media for not committing any offense. People today use labor to cause crisis. Labor will venture into what they're not supposed to venture. Labor tells you to the judgment of God is against labor's interest, as if judgment must be in your own interest. I don't know whether you understand the point I'm making. If a judgment is against labor, not the labor corner, for example, in a democracy, constitutional democracy, it's not for you to follow the rule to the letter. Say, I will go on appeal.
That's the case against allocation of local government.
I do not say what I'm trying to say is that that's what you're supposed in a true democracy, constitutional democracy. The judgment has been given. How bad it is. Go to appeal. Appeal there. Go to Supreme Court. That's why we have appellate courts. And that way, there's the sanity. We're trying to blackmail judges and justices. To say, look, to make them now begin to give their judgments based on social media.
Okay.
It's not fair.
So if you could speak a little further on that narrative, that labor, because I read the press release as well, and it has to do with that Federal High Court judgment stopping release of allocation to Rivers.
Okay.
But some of the narrative out there is that, I mean, when people say judgment must not just be done, but must be seen to have been done.
Yes.
Some of the people who, but wait a minute, if this judgment stands like this, you're going to strangulate an arm of government.
I like that. I like that. I like that. You see the angle you came. Very good. They want to strangulate. Now, the court said, Haba, we're a constitutional democracy. You want us to sit here for you to use 3-4 people to pass budget for you in a constitutional democracy of 32 seats? The court said, listen, even when this matter was before us, and the court gave judgment, no, you can't do this. We said, don't do this. He went ahead. With 3-4 people, there were 4. One had reduced. Now it's 3. Tomorrow it can be 2. The next day can be 1. You want to set a precedent. I have no problem about it. And the court said, you went on appeal to the Court of Appeal. You went on appeal to the Court of Appeal. The Court of Appeal affirmed the judgment of the Federal High Court. So look, this is a joke taken too far. How can you continue with this in a democracy in Nigeria? Forget about how anybody will play sentiment. Law does not know emotion. Law does not know sentiment about it. What are the facts? What is the law? It may not favor you. It may not favor me. But let the law be what is applied. And let us move this sentiment, oh, you know, it will do this. So what you are happy is that 3 people should continue to pass budget of a state. In that case, we were very comfortable. No, tell me, anybody bring in, say, look, even on moral grounds, Mr. President, I appeal to you, you agreed. Go and rescind their budget. He said, no, you won't do that. Which you agreed. Okay, you won't do, Mr. President, no problem. Now, court gave judgment. Court of Appeal affirmed the judgment. Now, the assembly went to court to say, listen, by the provisions of the Constitution, you cannot continue to draw from the consolidated revenue when you have no appropriation. Therefore, until you present your budget, you can't continue to spend money. And then you are bringing sentiment, or, you know, people will suffer. Who is suffering? The people. Is it the man that refusing to send his appropriation to the assembly, or the assembly who is saying, look, let the right thing be done. We are here representing the people. to appropriate for you to expend. And then you are turning it the other way because you go and give money to civil society. You go and give money to somebody who says a labor somewhere will not agree. It's anti-labor. You think only you can put down the country. You think only you can put down the state. Nobody has that capacity. No, you are wrong. Certainly wrong.
Well, Your Excellency, talking about the legality of some of the actions taken by the Rivers State Governor, we saw in the just concluded local government polls where a certain type of theatrics was played out. How would you react to that? And
I will not go into the subsidies. You see, we are being careful. And that's why one good thing was given to our team. We are good in assembling the best court lawyers, not channels, arise lawyers.
Our lawyers don't delve into political issues.
No, with all due respect, we know the lawyers you bring.
PDP, who are members of your party?
We know. Who are always been on trying to pontificate law.
They are not under retainers.
Look, law is in court. Go and advocate it there. Go and speak it there.
Lawyers are entitled to their opinion. We can't force anything.
We know your modus operandi. We know what people will do, but we're not bothered about it. The point is that one thing can give to us, we assemble the best of the best. We do. And I have no regret, apologies to anybody.
But Your Excellency...
If we have a matter, so let me tell you what I said, the matter is subjudice. Yes. The Federal High Court has given judgment. The matter is on appeal. Whatever that happened, I will not comment.
Yeah,
because I don't want to say anything.
Okay, let me ask
them
you.
Struggle it out, argue it out.
This one is not subjudice.
But the political side of it...
What's the political side?
The political side of it still leaves the ball in your court, which is that as the leader, you ought to take...
You are calling me leader now? But you said I cannot be leader because I'm the governor. How can you call me leader?
You ought to take the initiative to ensure that the crisis in Rivers State...
What is the crisis? Can I tell you what is the crisis?
This case that we are just talking about, is it not a potential crisis?
What's the crisis?
If the state doesn't draw money from the consolidated revenue?
No, see, don't jump. Okay. Don't jump. Why do you want to travel with illegality? No, let us not talk about drawing money. Why don't you ask yourself, why must you be spending money without appropriation by law? Yeah,
but there's a political genesis to all of that.
It doesn't matter.
If you tackle it from there and solve the problem.
It doesn't matter whether there is or not. It is you now who is saddled with responsibility, who is sitting there as the governor to say, listen, why would I allow my state to go into this tumble? For what sake?
Has it reached out to you?
It's not about me. You people always personalize this thing. There's no law that said I must work with you politically in my life. There's no law that says so. It's a matter of...
Even if you were the one that...
It's a matter of...
It's emergency as governor?
Do you know that when I was governor, do you know the fight I saw? I was fighting, your friend was there then, You know the fight I fought. But it never did. I was still moving on. Because for me, I owe the state a lot.
Your Excellency.
So let nobody begin to say, don't put the card this way. Say, look, can you continue to spend the money? Are you encouraging this impunity going on in the country?
That's not what. That's not the point. The point is that all of this.
Forget about wIKE. Don't talk about
the point is that all of this is a political problem.
We need to still ask you. We need to still ask you, Your Excellency. We spoke about the challenge at the national in PDP. Well, now we've gone to the local. There's still a challenge. You must at least try to settle one.
No, I think
There's
no problem in PDP in Rivers.
But it's quite evident, Your Excellency.
What is the evidence?
Talking about the recent local government. It's a family divided against...
No, first of all.
And speculations are that the governor is trying to take away your powers at the grassroots.
It does not allow the governor to take it. It allows on the people. Who gives you power at the grassroots? It's not you. It's the people. The people say, I will follow you. I won't follow you. You don't give power to yourself at the grassroots. The people will give you power.
But there are some who say with the recent local government elections, you have lost your influence.
Who did the election? Because which state that, you see, is that, first of all, did we pick from? Did we collect from? Did you just campaign to run election? How would I imagine myself going to go and talk about local government election? Is there any state that any party has won? So what are we talking about? So people should, what we are saying, follow due process. Let me tell you something. If I'm a governor, I will follow due process of law. People talk about Supreme Court said there must be election. Lies. What Supreme Court said, you must have elected local government, democratically elected. Supreme Court didn't say you must not follow due process in conducting an election. For Christ's sake. I mean, people just come, twist everything. Supreme Court didn't say, go tomorrow now. Go and conduct local government. Supreme Court didn't say that.
But Your Excellency, are you alluding to the fact that there is or isn't a crisis, local government crisis in your state that has to do with it?
To me?
Yes.
How? I'm FCT here.
Well, in line with everything we've been saying.
You are the one who said here, I've been moved around here, commissioning, flagging off. If I have a problem, I cannot concentrate here. Talk about flagging up, commissioning, flagging off, commissioning, yet I have a problem. You will go and settle that problem. I do not. You that has problem should know how to solve your problem. For me here, look, when I came here, some people said I can't stay. It's my problem. I have to make sure to say I will stay. How will I stay? I will change the narrative. You have said you have changed the narrative. Those people who say I will stay have said that no, you have to stay.
Let's talk about the
if you have a
APC
problem,
in Rivers State.
you know how to solve your problem.
The APC in Rivers State, they'll be holding their Congress, I think, by next week. And there's this allegation again in Rivers State that, Minister wIKE is at it again because they say that you're beginning to meddle in the affairs of the APC. Of course, you already have the structure of the PDP, that you are also making moves to control the structure of the APC in your state ahead of the state Congress.
Assuming not conceding. Assuming not conceding. That what I said is correct. I'm not a politician. Did I tell you I'm a preacher?
So that's
I said assuming not conceding. I mean, is that the issue? I have friends. I will continue to maintain my relationship. The man fire an APC does not make you not to be close to me at the appropriate time. That's okay. Come out. We'll come out. But I think the ember of enmity is caused by you people. Because when you say PDP and APC person working together, that it's like they have agreed on something. All you want, that they have a problem. That you belong to APC and then belong to PDP, you must not relate. There must be quarrel. That's the only way you are happy that yes, that politics is being played. But when you are talking to each other, discussing, going to your side, coming to your house, I don't think things are good. It's just not right.
Could you clarify this for us? I mean, we're going to be winding down soon.
Yes.
Is it true that at the time the president intervened, and the reason why Justice Omotosho's case went the way it went was because the Rivers State governor's legal team withdrew their case, but your legal team did not withdraw their case, and that's why they had said that there was no representation. Is that true?
Like I said, the matter is in the Court of Appeal going to Supreme Court. But you see, okay, look, who went to court? We went to court. So who will withdraw case? We went to court. You are a defender. How do you withdraw your case?
They said because the president said everybody.
No, listen to what
peace.
we are saying now. The point I'm making, I went to court.
Yeah.
Is it the defendant that withdraws the case? It's not the plaintiff. So how did they withdraw their case? We ought to say we have withdrawn our case. They thought they are too smart. We withdrew. Listen, the president said this. Withdraw the impeachment notice. The next day, the assembly withdrew the impeachment notice. What they did was now go and instigate some people to say, let them go to court. It's not we that went to court. Federal High Court in Abuja, Port Harcourt, so many cases, more than 29. They will say, but what are the matter? He said, oh, we're not the ones who went to come down. Whom are you playing that game with? Who laughed?